Right, let's see if this is working. Uh, duh, 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 duh. Let's see if we've got audio and video here. What we do? Okay, that's fine. It's been, oh God, it's been so long since I've bloody streamed. I've completely forgotten how to do it, my friends. Yes, my friends, welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody is safe and well. Yeah, it has been a while since I've done any streaming on the old YouTubes here. But my friends, I've got something to show you today. So I think this might be interesting for the farming simulator community. So for the last few weeks, MyGameSteam. So MyGameSteam is a it's not one single person. It's a collection of individuals, people who have work on farming simulator mods, and each person kind of brings their own particular skill, I guess you could say, to the table. So we've got people who are good at XMLs and people who are good at Blender, people who are good at Photoshop, that type of thing. People who test mods and all sorts of stuff. So it's a kind of a collective effort. So basically, my friends, you may or may not know, but in the base game of Farming Simulator 25, yeah, a new brand was added to the game. And fun fact, my friends, there is actually a mod from Giant Software of a similar mod. So we have the Novag. So this is a cedar slash planter, French brand, Novag. Um, they have a wide range of real world pieces of equipment. This is obviously the largest one, the 9 meter. On the mod hub currently, there's a 3 meter version, and in Farming Simulator 19, there was a 6 meter version. Um, Documents can give you kind of more detailed information about things, you know, about their equipment and specs and that type of thing. So I came across something that I kind of found interesting. It looked good, you know. So there, Novag had these in-cab terminals or monitors, and they basically control the piece of equipment. So I looked at that. I started looking around on the internet for PDF documents, manuals, pictures, videos, to kind of get good images of this particular terminal. So I kind of submitted all of my kind of research to MyGameSteam, and basically he created a 3D model of the terminal. So we have here a base game Massey Ferguson, the 9S. Okay, so various horsepower ranges. So this is the maximum horsepower of this particular tractor is 125 horses. The base game Novag 950 is 415 horsepower. So we thought it'd be a good idea to use this kind of as the basis, as the kind of the primary tractor to hold the Novag terminal. So I'm going to show it to you here. I'm kind of going to zoom in on this. Okay. So as I said, this is based on the real world piece of equipment, right? So as I said, MyGameSteam designed this entire thing in Blender. So this is a very, very accurate representation of the real world piece of equipment. So as you can see here, it is the data and power is connected to this monitor here. Look, so that's kind of how it communicates. Now I know what people are thinking. Okay, so it's an in-cab monitor. So what? Well, we've uh, we've done something a bit different, a bit original, and a bit unique, and something that hasn't been done previously in Farming Simulator that we are aware of, at least. If something like this exists, please correct me, but we believe that we have a kind of a first. You obviously have tractors with in-cab monitors, right? And obviously they display data, right? So you have the all this stuff is kind of gives you live data from the tractor. Diesel capacity, RPM, speed, blah blah blah. The usual stuff, right? But as far as we are aware, there has never been an in-cab terminal that can display real-time information from an attached implement, right? So if you were to attach the Novag 950 to this particular tractor here, we have built this terminal to have real-time data displayed on screen. Now, the display screen here is representative of one of the screens of the real-world Novag terminal. We have edited it so as on the left here you have real-time seed capacity information, and on the right you have real-time fertilizer information, right? So what will happen is that there is a yellow bar here and there's a blue bar here. So let's say your seeder is empty. You fill it up, that yellow bar will go up and go to 100%. Same with the fertilizer. Down here at the bottom, these two kind of areas down here, you will have real-time capacity. So let's say the Novag holds, I don't know, 3,650 liters of seed, and then whatever it holds in fert. So you'll have real-time displays here at the bottom of the screen for seed and fertilizer, right? So MyGameSteam has designed this this kind of 3D model here to be hyper accurate to the real world piece of equipment. Insofar as, if I show you here at the corner, up here, my friends, there is a USB port. Look at that. Now, in the real world, this USB port would be used for upgrading the firmware, right? So that's kind of a neat. Now, obviously, it doesn't have any in-game function. You know what I mean? But it's we wanted it to represent the real world piece of equipment and stuff like that. At here at the back, we have the. So I designed this myself. This is kind of the barcode and information. Monitor version, controller version, the basic data about it. Over here then we have the on-off switch, again representative of the real world. Here is the kind of the this is kind of the arm, the holder, the attacher arm that connects to the back here, look. So over here there's a so MyGameSteam designed this. This is a skin mesh. So basically, this hose here is a skinned mesh. So when the seed is moving, this hose here will actually move, up, down, left, right. It's not a rigid hose and stuff like that. So as far as we are aware, this is the first implement that we are aware of where you have a seeder or a planter that will display real-time data in cab to the character or player. So how is this done? Well, it's done by a custom Lua. So MyGameSteam has been he's been studying scripting, Lua scripting for the last several months and stuff like that. So he has written a custom Lua script for this particular Novag. So this is called the Novag IntelliForce Plus. That's the real world name of it, right? So we've done a few more things with this, right? Obviously, this is an original Novag design, but the way we built this particular thing is, right? So see the red part down here? You can change the material color of that. See the black part here? You can change the material color of that. See the silver part here? You can change the material color of that. On the back, so see this sticker here, okay? We've designed a kind of a generic sticker where anybody can fill in their own data or create their own sticker here, okay? So if you wanted so what we're trying to do here is, if you wanted to create a different branded terminal, you could do that. And another thing we've done here, now it's hidden at the moment, right? I'll try and show you it actually, look. If I can find, where is the, so it'll be on the cabin in Teleforce. And then we drop down here to the Novag. So down here, we have the brand decal. So this is hidden in the i3D, okay? So basically what's going to happen here is you will be able to add a brand logo here, right? So for example, John Deere, JCB, whatever, as long as it fits in the available space, you can add any kind of logo you want here, but it has to, you have to make, design your logo to fit in the available area. So that's one of the things we've done here, right? So that means then that you can basically create any branded monitor that you want. If you have a JCB tractor, you can have a JCB terminal. If you have a John Deere tractor, you can have a John Deere terminal, that type of thing, right? There is also a startup screen as well. So if I turn this off here, so you can kind of see the sliders. So these are called sliders, animated sliders, right? So here's your startup screen here, look. Right, so when you turn on the tractor, you will hear a startup beep, right? And then 3 seconds later, the startup screens, they turn on, and then this startup screen will disappear, and you'll have your main kind of information screen here, like this, right? So that's kind of the way we've built it and stuff like that, Now at the moment, the Massey Ferguson itself is just a base game Giants Massey. There's nothing particularly. We haven't had time basically to do anything or customize the tractor. So if for the first version 1.0, it's all about the the Novag terminal. In a future update, we'll start adding more features and functions to the actual tractor itself. One thing we're not going to do with the Massey here is everybody and their dog, can add color options to these tractors. Main color, design color, seat color, rim color, that type of thing. We're not doing that. Everybody can do that. That's easy to do. We're going to do something different. We're going to do something unique. You know what I mean? To make it just that little bit different. And then we'll start delving into, other shop options, beacon light options, wheel options, other quality of life features, the usual stuff that one would expect from, a MyGameSteam mod, right? So we have, I'm going to run it through the Giant session log here so you can see this done live. So we're constantly running this tool. So this is a Giants tool from Giants Developer Network, where you can test the mod for errors. So as you can see, here's passed. Okay, you can ignore this. This is a Giants thing. So basically, memory buffers found. So if you were to submit this to the mod hub, right? Giants, when you submit the mod to mod hub, Giants will calculate the memory usage for that particular mod for consoles. And I can show you those entries in the XML where that data is. So you see here, vertex buffer memory, you have index buffer memory usage, texture buffer memory usage. So all these values are for console, right? Obviously, console has a limited amount of, memory and VRAM and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So Giants, they have like a Sony, they have a console testing thing there that they can utilize and stuff like that. So that's why that is turning up in the log. But other than that, it's completely clean. So we've called it the MGS Massey Ferguson 9S. All right. So we've got the custom Novag here. So this is a 2048 DDS, right? So basically what we did was we downloaded the PDF file for the Novag 950. Took screenshots of it. Picked out one of the info screens that was on display there. So basically what I did was I took the original screen and I basically rebuilt it. to clean up all the, the images and stuff like that, because the original PDF file was, a blurry, muddy mess, right? So in order to get this to work, we obviously had to modify kind of the original look at the screen, because we needed seed and fertilizer. So we had modified this area to have the fertilizer and the seed on display here, and down here then you'll have your information for the for the capacity and stuff like that. But yeah, it took me about a week to clean this up completely. This was custom made. This was custom made. The Novag screen was custom made. All this stuff is all custom made and stuff like that. So a lot of this is kind of original to the mod. So this is for the sliders. Okay. This is where you're going to insert your brand decal. Now, I haven't tried this yet myself, but what you're going to do is you're going to take your image, right? And you're going to fit your image in kind of that area, right? So it has to fit in a certain size, right? And then what will happen then is, I'll just demonstrate this quickly, right? So what you would do is, God damn it. Right, take that, okay? Let me just paint this, right? Okay. And then you will cut that, right? So that's where your brand DDS will go in here. Would say John Deere, right? That will go in here, like, and that would then turn up on the on the actual monitor in cab and stuff like that, Right, so we have the script here. I'm not going to show you that because it's a custom Lua, so we're not going to be looking at that or anything. So basically, this mod now is currently in the kind of the early testing phase. This needs a lot of work, a lot of testing, because this is new. You know what I mean? It hasn't been, as far as I'm aware, it hasn't been done before in Farming Simulator, and to that end, it requires a lot of extensive in-game testing, because there may be scenarios that we have not anticipated. There may be issues. Now, the in-game logs, the test runner log and in-game log is clean, but you have to actually test it in-game. You know what I mean? So what we're going to eventually going to do, why do I not have any capture sound? I've got no. Why do I have no desktop audio? What is going on here? So there must be some kind of capture issue here, because I have no desktop, no audio from the game. Why is that now, I wonder? Why do I not have any game coming through? So I've got it on. Hold on a second. There is something going on here. Desktop audio. What is going on? I don't know. There's something wrong here anyway with the audio capture. I'm not getting any audio capture from the game and stuff like that. So as I said, my friends, it's been a while since I've actually streamed. So what we're going to do is we're going to just take a look at this quickly, all right? And I'll figure out why I have no bloody sound since I've actually streamed. Okay, so I'm getting audio from the desktop capture, but I'm not getting any in-game audio. I wonder why that is. So there must be some kind of setting or something in OBS that I'm missing. And what we'll do is we'll just give you kind of a quick look at the monitor in cab and stuff like that in game, and just kind of test it in the field and stuff like that, just so you can get a kind of a quick look at it and stuff. And we'll probably call it there. We're going to have to do extensive testing. So what I did was from the bottom, I downloaded every seeder and planter. So I basically have to test this setup with every base game, you know, seeder and planter and stuff like that, you know. All right. So here's your tractor here, look. Okay. So as you can see, I've kind of have it set up here at the moment. Let me start the engine here. Yeah, we have no in-game audio for some reason. I don't know why that is, but whatever. So I think what we'll do is we'll get the little Novag 350. So this is a mod hub mod. No, hold on a second. You know, I want to show you guys kind of the fill capacity. Where is the brands? N L N N. So here's Novag. Okay, so this is the base game, the T-Force 950, right? So this is your seeder here. So 7,700 liters. I mean, it's designed for this. Well, so we have, you know, solid fertilizer and seed. That's the bag here, obviously. The bin opens here. Going cab. Now I've got a mod here that allows me to zoom in. It's on the mod hub. Okay. Right. So here's your terminal. So you can see there on the screen, 0%. Right. So you start filling. So on the left is seed. You can see it going up. Look, 1,000 liters. Okay. So, and the percentage is on it as well. So the yellow bar goes up, but there's a percentage on it. So it says like 54%. Fill up again. Okay, so that's 3,000. Okay, so we're 82% full, 3,000 liters. All right. So we'll go out again. We'll get some fertilizer now. So obviously I have screwed up OBS somehow because I have no bloody in-game audio. Solid fertilizer. Okay, let's get 4 of those. Alrighty then. As I said, you know, this is the, as far as we are aware, this is the first. This hasn't been done on the simulator before. Zoom in here again. Okay, so we'll press the button again. Alright, so you can see it there. Look, it's going up. Once again, the next bag. And then the final one. Okay, so that's under, what is that, 98% or something like that, you know, right? So that's kind of the basic idea. So what you will do now is obviously go into the field, and you know it will work as expected. Well, I've got a field over here, and we'll just quickly go over here and just kind of do a little bit, you know, just show you guys that. You know, the back is all I'll show you the game log as well. So I have this here. Right, so unfold. Hold on a second. Let's use a worker, right? Okay. Hire a worker. Okay, so he's going to unfold. He's going to move into position. You know, the usual stuff. Okay. Now, this will obviously take a little bit of time for him to get into position, but once he does. Right, so this is an AI worker. Okay, he's moving backwards. He's going to get into position. So I'm going to zoom in. One second. Let me check my bloody settings. I guarantee you I'm using the bloody, watch this. Look at it, you idiot. Look. Bye, you moron. God damn it, you idiot. Okay. So that's why that wasn't happening. Let me say that there. Okay, let's try that again. Where AI worker. And get into position. Now he goes. There you go. Look, it's working. Look, so it's going down. 3,995, 94. You can see the fertilizer and the seed going down. Look. So the levels will drop, the percentage will drop, and the numbers on the bottom will go down. That's kind of what you would expect. You know what I mean? So yeah, these are fully functional, real-time data from an implement being transmitted in cab, to a terminal. And as far as we are aware, this is kind of a foster farming simulator. So the possibilities for this script are quite substantial. My question is, why hasn't Giants done this? Surely this could be something that they could easily implement themselves, But I mean that's. So you can see here, look. So watch the skin mesh. So the hose is, the seed is obviously moving. So MyGameSteam created a skin mesh hose here, right? This is the power and data cable connecting to the massy terminal here, right? So it actually moves up and down. Now, one of the other things as well, let me show you. So this is what it looks like when it's off. Now, obviously, I've no in-game audio because I haven't set OBS up correctly. So when you turn on the engine, you'll hear a startup beep. So you have your screen and then your monitors. See that? All right, we'll do that again. So at night time, if you turn on the first stage lights, the monitor will be illuminated as well. See that? Now, I don't know if I can fast forward time to the night. Hopefully I can. Let me try. And we'll see what it looks like in the dark. Okay. But anyways, what you have here, see the blue buttons, the blue and white buttons, they will actually illuminate. So they illuminate on the first stage lights. So not the engine startup. It's when you turn on the lights, with the first stage lights. They will, activate and stuff like that, So, it is actually illuminated as well, this thing. Okay. So now, the next phase, I guess, is we have to test this extensively here. The log is clean, right? As you can see here, look. All right, so the actual, massing, modified massing is, the log is clean. But you have to test it in game because there may be scenarios and situations that we have not accounted for. Right? So, for example, we need to test it with every base game piece of seeder and planter and stuff like that, to make sure that it's functional and working and that type of thing. So all this stuff here has to be tested, right? And I have to down, all the modded versions as well has to be tested. All this stuff has to be. Right, let me turn off the. Let me show you this here. Let me turn off the engine. Okay, so first stage. Okay, then we turn on the lights. So see that? Let's see there. It's actually animated. Look, so that's off. And then that's on. So it's actually illuminated as well. Right. Power off. Power on. First stage lights. Okay. So yeah, it's it's all like fully functional stuff like that. So yeah, this is kind of a for realism, for the realism people, for people who want more kind of in-game functionality, real world kind of, gameplay and that type of thing. We've kind of built something for those players. there are obviously going to be people who won't give a crap about this stuff, who don't care about, they don't farm in cap, they don't care about monitors, they don't care about any of that stuff, you know what I mean? But just look, that's fair enough, but this kind of interested us. We wanted to do something new, something different, something that hadn't been done previously in Farming Simulator. And, we think maybe we're wrong, maybe someone has done it that we don't know about. But as far as we're aware, this is a verse. But obviously, correct me if we're wrong. So that's kind of the basics of it at the moment. This will be an evolutionary process. Then the next phase, once I get through my own kind of internal basic testing, um, we'll start sending it out to a small few people, and then a few more, and then eventually we'll send it. What our intention is this will be an exclusive mod for Patreon members for MyGameSteam. So MyGameSteam, he has a Patreon. So that's mods.mygamesteam.com. Link is in the description. Um, what we try to do there with the Patreon and stuff like that, we have time-based kind of stuff, you know what I mean? So we develop stuff that is exclusive and unique for Patreon members, you know what I mean? Stuff that no one else has, that type of thing, mods, that type of thing, scripts, prefabs, lights, assets, that type of thing. We create a whole range of stuff for Patreon members, and it's not just for mods. There are modding stuff as well in there, for modders to create mods or modify mods and that type of thing. So yeah, there you go, my friends. That's kind of the basic kind of overview here of what we have planned here from MyGameSteam. We have the Novag IntelliForce Plus in-cab terminal with real-time data from the Novag seeder, and it'll work with any seeder planter that we've tested so far. We need to test everything. Obviously, there may be some pieces of equipment it doesn't work with, but as we go along, we will find out what it does and doesn't work with. But for right now, for kind of the early stages, we believe it works with most seeders and planters. Right, my friends, I do apologize for the lack of in-game audio. As I said, it's been a month since I've set up. Windows has changed, OBS Studio has updated, and I don't remember what I'm doing wrong up here. So there you go, my friends. That's kind of the overview of an upcoming Patreon exclusive mod / feature from MyGameSteam. That's mods.mygamesteam.com if you want to go check it out. And we have an active Discord where we kind of present our work and answer questions, help with people's project mods, share information, that type of thing. If you want to get on the MyGameSteam Discord, feel free, Right, my friends, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to say thank you all very much for tuning in. I appreciate it. And thank you to anyone who may be watching the VOD at a later time. But for right now, my friends, we're going to say thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.